This is the spot on the wall where I'm going to put the outside unit near the door. So planning on coming out of the wall above the door, planning on having it come out over on this side right here, and then slope down along here and over onto this part of the wall, and I'll put the unit over here. So just got to figure out the height and get those mounted, 26.5 inches apart. We got a stainless steel bracket from Amazon. It seems very well made and very strong, but the documentation was terrible. And then the lines, the connections are on that side, so it would come across behind it and then connect over there. So I think that would be good. I'm going to start with this side. Again, if I go here, so I'm going to start with right about here. And so the first hole is going to be right there. That would drop it down like that. The other one will be 26 inches away and it'll be thusly. Okay, so that's where the first hole needs to be. Now, I could mark out for the first two. Okay, I do have a 12. Okay, I could do a test hole on one of these other concrete blocks to make sure that that's what I need. So 11.5, that would give it enough room to go in. So that's probably the correct one. These brackets look like they're very well made. They're nice and heavy and have basically zero documentation. It's one of those stunning buys where you get no information. Okay, I'm going to do a test hole in this block to test the size. Oh yeah, they are hollow blocks in the middle. Oh, those look good. In fact, I forgot to measure. I measured the, I don't know what that piece is called, the barrel part, the swedge part. I forgot to measure that piece. Run, chickens, run! Oh, you are hiding, good. Okay, so this part is just about 12.
Maybe they're looking for directions to KFC.
Yeah, they want the extra crispy.
Yeah.
Okay, so I think that's actually going to work. In fact, it's actually tight. So get the first two in there. Okay, I want to make sure I go at least the depth of this, and I did. And then the top one. And I probably hit a piece of rebar because there's tons of rebar in here. I could either use a straw or the compressor. I'll just grab a straw because I'm lazy. A bendy straw would be better. Close your eyes. The compressor would have been a better choice. Might need an impact wrench to get that to work, because I need to be able to tighten it. Oh, we have an impact wrench. Need to be able to tighten it so that it pulls. There we go. So it pulls that swedge piece in. And it tightened up nicely. There it goes. So that'll give the one edge. Okay. So that'll be the left-hand edge. Would go along that. It would hang down from there. All right. So, left-hand edge. And then need to check for level and plumb. Okay, again, left-hand edge for that mark. And then I'm going to put this first mark right here now. And then, with that one in, all right. All right, I'm done with this, unless we want to add any additional bolts. Gonna need a deep socket for it. All right, so tighten them up a bit more with the deep socket, and then we'll assemble the rest of it. Huh, I did not see that coming. There's another one. Apparently there's 6. I need to drill 2 more holes. Probably should be these top ones, because the weight wants to pull out this way. I did not know there were 6 of them. Yeah, 6 bolts. Huh. Yeah, it doesn't show using any of them. So again, the instructions are so poor. So I need to add more. So I'll pop those back off and add 1 more on each of those. Probably don't need to watch it because it'll be the same as the others. And then come back and finish the assembly later. So this is going to go in here. And this will go here. All right, And there's our platform. Now I need to get a deep socket, take those off, add the one more hole, and then that's it. And I don't think there's any reason to film the other 2 holes, right? Okay, first bracket is complete. Gonna finish up the second bracket. And so I just put these all together real quick. Gonna add some thread locker to each one of them. Just attach a thread locker on each one before I tighten them up. And again, the instructions have a little picture, I'll show that, but basically no instructions. But they come with this Allen wrench and this little open end wrench. So you can just tighten them up. Just snug them all up. And I'm being careful to get them snug but not try to crush it, because there's no spacers in there. So it'd be really easy to crush them if you weren't careful. Okay, all snugged up and ready for the outdoor unit to be put on. To move the outdoor unit in place, so far, we've got some tie-down straps through the pallet so we could lift it on each end and just carefully carry it out of the garage. Now we need to unbolt it from the pallet piece and put it into place. That's going to be perhaps the trickiest part. Needs to go over there. So it's only 5 feet from where it's going to end up. So we just lifted it off the pallet and put it into place. I think the pallet's half the weight because it was much easier afterwards. But that looks good. And that's it for right now. Oh, except the back holes don't even come close to lining up, so I'm going to have to drill a new hole. So I need to drill a new hole about an inch and a quarter back. So I had to shift it forward, and to keep from having to put it all the way down to the ground again, we made a little stack of bark mulch to set it on. So now drill those holes and put it in place. Okay, that one made it through. Whoa. Okay, one. Got the hole, do the other one. Kind of the same thing if I can make it go. Okay, let's put it in place. Let's see, what position was I in? Okay, there. Okay. All right. And just put those in there for temporary. Got that hole with less than 10 drill bits. I took the cover off the box, took the connectors out where the fuses go, and when you build a house and you plan ahead, you add some outlets and boxes for later. So I just have to take it from this box over to the outdoor unit. So I'm adding the waterproof cable And so I got the conductors in there, just need to wire those up and then wire up the other end. So I put one clamp on the wall here. I'll put another closer to the outdoor unit to make sure that it's secure. So next, I'll just wire up these 3 wires, and it's pretty simple. It's already wired with the line wires in, and of course the breaker panel's turned off. It's already with the lines already in, so now I just need the load side of it, and I'll just wire them up the same way that it already is. So I'll just go the black to the black, the red to the red, and the green to the green. And just loosen the 3 connectors. I think I'm going to just start with this one. Okay. Back that screw out a bit more, it looks like. There we go. All right. And finally the black one. And make a nice, gonna make sure I have a little drip loop here on all of the parts. Okay. That's done. It's in. Now, still need to get fuses for this, but you can turn it backwards. Even if the fuse is in, you can turn it backwards to have it in the off position. If the fuses are in, turn it this way, and then all these connectors line up inside. Now, over to the other side. So this is where the cable needs to end up. And so I have some extra wiring. Be able to trim that off. I'm just checking to see if the length is long enough before I screw it all together. The waterproof conduit piece. And I'm making sure I leave a drip loop here, which isn't a problem since it faces downhill anyway. So connect it over there. I think it's good. Now I can connect it over here to keep it nice and stable. So I'm gonna get one of these clamps in here. And then that will allow a nice little amount right there. Everything should line up real well. All right. And I can always add another clamp or two if I feel it needs it. It's not a big deal. I'll pre-drill for those. I know how far to go because I put a line on here for the depth I need for these screws. Okay, and tap them in with a hammer or whatever tool I happen to have in my hand at the moment. All right, I think that's good for that. And again, I can always add more clamps along here if I decide it's needed. Or I could even shorten the conduit later if I need to. I'd rather have it a little bit long right now and have to shorten it later. Okay, so I think that's good. Yeah, I think that's good. So I'll screw this piece in there. Okay, got that on there. Get that fed through there. All right. All right, that's in place. And guess I might as well connect those. I still need the main, the wires from the inside unit. Boy, I can see that going bad. Okay, it's got a nice clamp type holder on there, that's good. A little bit longer screw would be nice so it wouldn't have come out. Because boy, I could see dropping this inside. Okay. There's not a lot of room to get that wire in there. Yep. Go double check some instructions. Okay, so I trimmed the first wire down, the ground, and I'm going to use this lug because through this wire here it is bonded to the chassis, so I'm not going to use this screw. I'll save that one for the line set, the lines coming from the indoor unit. So I'll put this alongside and add a little bit of loop so I've got a little extra wire in case I ever need anything more later. Now, see if I can get that baby on there without dropping this screw. Okay. Okay, snug it up real well. All right. And get the other 3 on there. Same way. Again, I'm gonna leave a small loop in here just in case I ever need to move it or whatever. I'll give myself a little bit of flexibility. Then stripping off about a 1/2 inch. I didn't see a stripping guide on here, but if I put it in here, I know I don't want uninsulated pieces sticking out, so 1/2 inch looks like it's just about right. Okay, and get this one on there. Yeah, and the little plate doesn't really lift up, so we have to take it all the way out, and I don't like that. I'm afraid I'm gonna drop that inside the machine. There we go. Okay, looks good. I need one more. Yeah, I know. I'll probably bypass this so I can't see it. Yeah, and I could go through that clamp too. I'll wait for that with the other one. Okay. Okay, those are in there. A little extra. I could probably loop them into this area too. But okay, so I think that's it for right now till I bring the other power conductors from inside unit. And they can go through here and do their connections here. And of course I'll have to make allowances for this, so this can go like this, and those can go right in there behind it. There's plenty of room. All right, so moving on.